Hello and welcome back to this video. Here we will talk about how to create donut charts, histogram, area charts, even though we've seen this in a previous video, scatter plot, and would mention randomly other charts. There are other types of charts one can create in Google Sheets. So let's get right into it as we begin. In the previous video, we've created this pie chart already. So a donut chart is also a pie chart with just some white space at the middle or some hollow kind of circle. All right. So once you click on edit charts, okay, I want to create the donut chart from this existing pie chart. You find the donut chart in as a list of the family of pie charts. Okay, so this is the donut chart. Once you click on the donut chart, you create it automatically. So you can see it's a pie chart with just an empty space at the center of the circle. All right, so somewhere around the center of the circle. Okay, so there's one more type of pie chart which is this 3D pie chart, and you can create it by just selecting. It gives you a 3D pie chart and a very nice look. So and also it forms a donut 3D chart. Okay, so they are all different types of pie charts. So that is what a donut chart is, and that is what a pie chart, 3D pie chart is. So you can also give the same interpretation as that of a pie chart whenever you're constructing that. All right, so that is that about donut chart and 3D chart. So let's talk about how to create histogram. For histogram, it's actually when you come to the classroom, you see it's been highlighted that a histogram chart in Google Sheets shows numerical data, how numerical data is spread out. It splits the data into intervals on the horizontal axis and shows how many data points fall under each interval on the vertical axis. So for this data set we're working with the VG sales, we have all of these columns that contain some numerical values. You want to see how each of these numbers are spread. Excuse me. How many for excuse me how many 41.91 do you have in the list? So it's just histogram gives you a frequency distribution chart. All right, but even though these are numerical values, but they are not so great for creating a histogram here in Google Sheets, except you want to have an interval, so class of between say 9 to say 15, or 9 to 20, between 20 to 21, and so on and so forth. All right, so we would not be able to do that because we want to have something very short and precise in this video. We'll talk about histogram in some other video in the future. Let's quickly reiterate about the area chart because this has been mentioned in one of the previous video we did. If you want to create an area chart, okay, so just go ahead and insert a chart. Then you have the selected region. What you need to do next is select this part of it, and these are the area charts. We've talked about this area charts. I have demonstrated the area charts previously, and we want to select the x-axis and the y-axis. Let's add an x-axis. The x-axis should be the year column. Let's work with the year column. I need to move this a little bit away. So the year column is in column D. All right. So for the year axis, I'll choose this and select all the range. Let's just select all the data range so that I can choose an x-axis for the year. All right. So this is the year axis for I want it to be on my x-axis on the column chart, and the series is actually the NA sales, but let's take the aggregate of the NA sales and then form an area chart. So this is the area chart for the aggregate of NA sales. You can choose any other series, but like we said in that video, you can have an area chart. This is just a chart that shows you it's actually a line chart, right? But the region under the line chart is shaded. That is what makes it an area chart. Let's move this chart to a new sheet of its own. Move to own sheet. So this is an area chart, and you can play with the area chart to see how things can change quickly. All right, let me also add one more series. I'll add the series for JP sales. So if I want to compare the JP sales and the NA sales using two area charts, you see how they overlap. So you would see clearly here that the JP sales, I mean the NA sales, uh, they have a lot of sales compared to the JP sales. But there are some years, like just few years in 1993 and around 1994 and somewhere around 96. Where else? Okay, so those are the years, and 1987, very little more sales. Those are the years that the JP sales did a little bit better than the NA sales. But averagely, the NA sales, that sales, I mean, it's quite a lot compared to JP sales. This is when you want to compare two things. I want to see the area chart. I want to see the area, the region of space that a particular data, especially for time series data, how those area or how the data change quickly by showing on a line chart with some shaded area under the chart. So this is what we mean by area chart, and there are different types. Okay, you will find different types of area charts right here. We have the area chart, we have the stacked area chart. This is the stacked area chart, how you can just use to compare these two, look at the difference between the sales of these two series. That is for stacked area chart. You can check out the 100% stacked area chart. So here is the 100% stacked area chart. So this shaded region, this kind of red shaded region, is the difference between these two sales, right? And how well the series, the first series is performing compared to the other series. Then we have the stepped area chart, and you have the stacked stepped area chart, and you have the 100% stacked uh, step area chart. So this is all about area charts. Very, very interesting and easy to construct. All right, go ahead and explore your data sets, plot as many different charts as possible to get yourself acquainted with creating charts in Google Sheets. Let's name this as area chart. All right, that'll be all in this video. I'll see you again in the next one. Goodbye.